Hello football tribers, welcome back to the channel. It's your usual suspect Robert K. Sackles. Well, I'm here on an unfortunate note for all Arsenal fans out there. One of your summer signings has just suffered a horrible injury and will be out of action, or is expected to be out of action for quite some time. You know that saying that goes, bad things happen to good people? I believe that this is the case. Just like last season, Arsenal were unfortunate to lose their summer recruit in Jurriën Timber in the first game of the Premier League season when they were playing Nottingham Forest. Jurriën Timber suffered an ACL injury, that's the interior cruciate ligament tear that he sustained and kept him out for the better part of the season. So now they had just signed midfielder Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad in a deal worth 32 million euros plus another 5 million euros in expected add-ons, but he has suffered a fractured shoulder, or what is feared to be a fractured shoulder. He suffered this injury while in training. It says he fell down and then Gabriel Magalhaes landed on him badly, which injured his shoulder. So it is reported that he suffered a fractured shoulder. This means he will be out of action for weeks and possibly maybe even months, depending on the extent of this injury. They are yet to do the full scans and full analysis on the injury, but preliminary reports from the Arsenal camp indicate that it is not looking pretty. And here is what Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta had to say about the injury. He has a shoulder injury and it looks like he will be out for a few weeks. He landed on the floor and Gabi landed on top of him. It's a fracture, possibly. Now, fingers crossed, Arsenal fans should be or will be on their knees, praying and hoping so hard that Mikel Arteta is wrong in his first impression of this injury, that there was no fracture sustained. But as per preliminary observations or inspections, it is feared to be a fractured shoulder that could keep him out for weeks or even months. Fingers crossed. What would that mean? It would mean that Arsenal lose their flexibility in that midfield in terms of rotation, because Mikel Merino can play as a 6, he can play as an 8. So that means they lose that. It also means that he's not going to be available for the squad selection for this weekend's fixture against Brighton. You remember we did that review of the Arsenal versus Brighton fixture, as well as Manchester United versus Liverpool. Do check out that video already on the channel. We did release that yesterday. So he will be out of that fixture, and then after which teams will be heading into the international break. So that means at least it gives them a fortnight to assess him, for him to heal. Should it be not a fractured shoulder? Should it be lesser than first feared? It gives them that fortnight for him to recover. But should it be a fractured shoulder, then it could go well beyond the international break. And remember, when Arsenal return from the international break, they'll be facing off Tottenham, and then they will face off with Manchester City. And then we'll have the start of the UEFA Champions League. Do let me know what your thoughts are, what your fears could be, especially Arsenal fans, on this particular news about the injury of Mikel Merino.